This is an adorable top note purse. It opens with Velcro and they are adorable. So I'm going to show you how to make this. There are 18 different styles in your kit, and they will include 2 top notes made of designer paper, a box, template, a scallop, 3 little flowers like this, and 2 top notes out of the plain material. Now, these are all double-sided, so you'll be able to do several different combinations, like this, or this, or this, or this, or a little of both. First thing, you'll want to get your designer paper and cut along that little dotted line all the way around. What I like to do is put 2 pieces together and flip it both ways. I can see it easier on this side, so I'm going to cut on this side, and then I'll just cut along those little dots. So that's the first thing, like that, all the way around. Next, you're going to glue these down to the top notes. You need to decide which side you're going to use. I've already decided I want to do polka dots and I want to do the darker blue. So you just do a really thin line along the edge, a little in the middle, a little bit goes a long way. I just always have one person do all the gluing, and it goes fast and easy. On the purse, we have a straight edge at the top, and we cut the little nicks on the bottom. So to do that, you just put your 2 papers together, find a straight edge. I'll use this. Come down maybe a 1/2 inch. Just make sure it's a straight line, and go ahead and use your scissors and cut that straight across. You might already have one that's cut straight across like this. And then you're just going to get that little nick at the bottom so it stands up. So you just kind of go like that. Test it. You have some score lines on this. You're just going to glue this down and then fold on those score lines. So I just glued this down. I'm going to flip it over and fold on these score lines. You could also do little tiny holes along here if you want like a lace look. And then you can punch your holes right here and right here for your ribbon. All right, I punched 2 holes. They're pretty small. I tied a knot in one end of my ribbon, and then I'm just going to thread it through here, pull it through till the knot stops it, and then thread it through the other side and tie a knot, and that will be your handle. Okay, so you decide what side of the paper you want to show, and you fold on these 4 score lines. And just get a good nice fold, and then you're going to get your scissors and make a little tiny cut, and I'll show you where. So you're going to cut right here in this little area just to that first fold, and you're going to do it 4 times, twice on this side and twice on this side, and those pieces will fold in. Okay, after you folded those pieces in, put a little bit of glue on that and then pull one side up and pinch. Kind of hold it for a while and then fold the other side over and pinch. After that has dried fully, you're going to put a thin line right here. We really want to pinch those and make sure they're dry. I didn't do that, but you'll do one on this edge and one on this edge, and then you'll fold those up and hold it tight, pinch, and then you'll have a little box. And this glue does dry clear, and if you use just a little bit, that you're going to get the best results. You can always go back and put in more, but you don't want to get it soggy with glue. I have a thin layer of glue. I'm ready to put my top notes. There's the inside of the box. You're going to match this top part to the top of that. Push it down, and then I have girls put their hands in there and hold it down like that. See, I have a little bit too far on this side, so I can pick it up and move it, but once it dries, you're not going to be able to do that. And if it does dry and you have too much on one side, it's still going to be cute. Don't worry about it. Just make sure when you put this top part on, you match it to the same place on the bottom. Okay, when that side's been pushed down and is dry, then you can put the other side on. Make sure you get glue in those corners. That's where it matters the most. And then line this up and push that side down. Take your scallop circle and put glue along the fold of one side. And if I look at both sides, they both look pretty good. This one has a little bit of something weird, so I will put that on this side. You can go ahead and just lay this down right on top, match it with that fold, and press down. Make sure it's really, really dry before you start doing anything else. The last step besides putting our little trim on is to put these adhesive squares on. So I like this to close really tight. So I close it down as far as it can, and then I line that up and put it right there. Push it down really hard. Line up this one, take off the sticker. There's not a lot of repenting. If you put it in the wrong spot, it does not stick very well if you try to move it. So just remember that, and I always have extras. This is the best part. So you can do this separately if people are waiting for glue or whatever. You can make your little flower that goes on the front. So you take your little flowers and you just squish them all up. You're going to make this paper almost like fabric. Squish them to little tiny balls, then unsquish it and peel apart the two pieces of paper. So when you're done, you're going to have 6 total. So go ahead and get these all squished up and slowly take them apart. Now that you have them all apart, you're going to layer them. You can layer them any way you want. I'm going to do 2 colors, and then I'm going to do the rest white, because these are going to get squished up and I want to see the color. Maybe I'll do one that way and one this way. Okay, so you could put, I have a little block that I'm going to stab this through. You could use a sock or just anything to help you stab it all the way through, and once it's stabbed through, I'm going to take it out, and then I can put the brad right in. It'll go through all layers at once, so that makes it pretty easy. Okay, we're almost done. So open up your brad, and then you're going to take each of these layers and just squish them towards the center. You can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm squishing them all towards the center. So I do one piece at a time, so I have a good look. If you don't get your brad centered, you can always redo it and take it out, and it's not going to show. Any extra holes are not going to show. And even if it's not centered, it's still going to be really cute. If this gets smashed or flattened, you can always re-fluff it. So it'll be really, it's going to look really good as soon as you put it on. Okay, so you can't even tell how great this looks, but it just looks like that. And then I use little glue dot and put it right there. And when I put it on, it kind of smushes. And so I always make sure to re-fluff it up. This is also a good time to use a glue dot or something else. Just gives it a little dimension. And then you can twist these too, because it is on a brad. And that's super cute. All right, enjoy.